up, chaps. I do apologise for being late. Can everyone hear me? The hell's going on? I came rushing in to try and get going. Right, here we go, chaps. Greetings from the Philippines. Greetings from sideways. Somebody tell me they can hear me. Glenn, maybe setting up the quiz stuff first. No, I got stuck in traffic on the way down. If you can see the road out there, it's bloody hectic when it's... Anyway, cheers, everybody. It's hectic when it is rush hour. Starting to worry now. I'm not getting any... Here we go. Sounds all good. How you doing, Jack? Great that you're here, mate. Is the sound really good? Because I've got the old noise distortion on. If it's a bit cricky, I can knock that off. Because sometimes that's not the best. The Plastered Finger, we can hear you. Glad you're here too, mate. Glenn, loud and clear. Oh, perfect. Must have just been a delay. So, what's happening, fellas? What is going on in the in your lives? Oh, hey, you're bombarding me already, Jack. God bless you, Governor. Thank you very much. How are things in your life, Jack? Very, very kind of you. I know what I'm going to spend that on. Half of it will go in the jackpot. Other half's going down my neck tonight. Sound 10-4. Perfect. There we go. The old military parlance. You can take a guy out of the army, you can't take a chap out, you can't take the army out of the chap. There we go. We're moving, by the way, fellas. As I said to Glenn, we found a new house. So that's what's going on in our lives. Good, Jack. Any improvement on the old eldest? Or are you still rocking along with that? How's the dating going? Jim, waiting for an update on your upcoming move. Yes, we're moving. We've taken the place that we saw when we did the vlog the afternoon. I said we're going to look at a house. We went and saw one then. Jack, tell us more. Or vlog to follow. Yeah, there will be vlogs to follow. And the interesting thing is, I'm going to keep you in suspense here. The guy whose house we're taking over is a vlogger with a considerably bigger channel than mine. So I'll do a vlog when we move in there, but I've asked him if I can interview him and he wants to interview me. So yes, you will get a vlog. You'll have to guess who he is, but he's got many times more subscribers than me. Didn't know he still had a channel. I used to watch him many moons ago. Couldn't believe it when he opened the door and came out. I said, I know you. Didn't forget, it's a small world. Plastered Fingers, you had enough of the roosters. Yeah, no roosters where we are, mate. This place is a little subdivision, and we are right at the end of the road. And so the only traffic that would ever go down there is something turning around, I suppose, where we are. And yeah, dead quiet. And it's got a couple of nice little extras. A jacuzzi in the bedroom, would you believe? Glenn, congrats with the new gaff. Well, thanks, mate, but we haven't moved in yet. We haven't signed the contracts, but it's a done deal. He's moving to Thailand in a couple of weeks, so it's all going to move quite quickly. Alex touring Asia. Good evening, mate. I'm in Valencia now. You're in Valencia now? Good Lord. Oh, there's only one thing to do on a Tuesday night if you're in Valencia, Alex, and that's get yourself down the sideways for the music quiz. When did you arrive? Jackson, my eldest is tough one, pal. Rather not go into it too much. Understand that completely, mate. I'm just... my heart goes out to you, as I've said many times. Yeah, I understand the point. It's your own private business, I get it, and this is a live stream. GMM, hey from big bustling Bangkok. How Phil's treating you? Have you eaten dinner yet? No, I haven't eaten. Well, I had lunch. We had nachos. It's avocado time. For some reason, they have seasons here. So Ellen's come back from her house up in the mountains with a load of avocados. So we've been making guacamole and all such things. But that was late lunch. I'll probably eat here tonight. Glass of finger. I had a jacuzzi in my bedroom a couple of weeks ago, but that was enough. Yeah, I said to him, like, does it work? And he said, yeah, it works. It did last time I tried it, but I've not used it in like a couple of years, because why would you want a jacuzzi in this weather? And I think we'll probably be the same. I mean, jacuzzis for cold countries, aren't they? But it's nice to have. You know, if we get back in the swinging game, we're already kitted out. Jackstar, dating stepped away as need to get the business over the line. Show slow but getting there. Well, that's it, mate. You're prioritising. You will reap the benefits in the long run. Yeah, you must be getting very frustrated by that. Mind you, if you've been in business a long time like you have, you get used to the ups and downs, don't you? But it seems like a long time ago now. It was like you were quite confident the prototype and that was going to get done. So my heart goes out to you, mate. It sounds like you're having a lot of problems. So as my grandmother used to say, nothing worthwhile is easy. You will reap the benefits in the long run. Not what's been my experience. I like doing it the easy way. But Glenn, I thought you might be getting Mark Thornton's old place. No. I don't know where he lives actually. I know it was in Bacong and it was on the beachfront. Actually, I do. Well, I know someone who actually lives there. Not the guy who's got the thing. I know someone actually. I met someone a few months ago who lives there, but no idea where that is. No, it's not that place. Alex tour in Asia. I got here yesterday afternoon. My friend ran off with my scooter. Not sure if I can get to Sideways tonight, but let's catch up soon. Yeah, mate. Message me and we'll do an interview. Again, if you don't, I was only joking about tonight, mate. If you can't get it tonight, don't worry about it. But there is a bigger quiz on Thursday. The general knowledge quiz. But yeah, I'd love to interview for the channel. We'll get in touch somehow. Message me on Speaking of Asia, or join our group, because then I can message you back. Because otherwise, I don't know how I contact you. GMM, I have 2 horny gecko lizards on my balcony. That's enough action for me right now. They are very horny geckos, aren't they? There's been many a night in my Asian days I've sat there and I've watched them. They use force sometimes, don't they? I've seen one gecko, about 6 or 7. I'm not going to use the terms of what was going on, but I don't think it was consensual. But there you go. But yeah, geckos, they're often at it. I've got a terrible thing for, I hate Ocops cockroaches. I got up the other night to make a coffee and I looked out the window and there was one stuck and it had a cockroach halfway in its mouth. And it was, but I couldn't draw my gaze away from it. I watched it and his things took about half an hour to swallow and his legs were, awful. But that's why I was like geckos. Ellen hates them. There's a big lizard that keeps coming in our bedroom. I keep putting it out. It keeps coming back in. I don't know why it wants to be in the house. But Ellen, she's going to kill it and all that. She's terrified. So you're not going to kill them. I love geckos. I love anything that eats cockroaches and keeps the mosquitoes and that down. Jackstar, I'm probably being overcautious being hydrogen. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, Jack. Do not want to read about you in the papers. Jim. Hello, Jim. Me too, hate cockroaches. Yeah, cockroaches they're awful. I can't. The 2 insects I don't like, I can say I'm scared of. Cannot stand cockroaches and I cannot stand earwigs. Not too keen on those big centipedes either, but they don't really come in the house, do they? But anything else, spiders, I don't know, big beetles, I don't mind them. Lenny Boyd, good day, me old mate. How are you? I'm very good, mate. How are you? Welcome to the live stream. GMM, love geckos too. They eat insects. Exactly. You know, I can't see the problem with them. Alex, tour in Asia. What's your email? I can't find it. If you go to my about page on the channel, it's got it on there, mate. I can't remember which one I use on that one, but it's there. It's Steve Steele Productions at gmail.com, but you'll see it's on my about page. Hold on a second, I'm getting... Sorry about that. I'm getting people mailing me about the quiz tonight. Glenn, we're having major issues with spiders here this year. Really? Really? Wow. Scott Keane, hey Simon from New Zealand, where are you? I'm in a local bar called 2 seconds. Jackstar, so do we get a hint of what area you're moving to? It's Bekong. It's Bekong. Literally about 2 kilometres away from where we are now. It's not far at all. I can't talk, mate. I'm doing a live stream. I'll catch you in a bit.
You called me.
I know to say stop messaging me because it keeps bumping up on my screen. That's why I said I can't talk. It keeps coming up on the screen when I'm live streaming. I'll see you in a little while. Okay, see you in a bit. See. I'm already at Sideways. See you soon. Oh no, mate, no. Hey, we've got spare room now. You can stay with us. It's better because the spare room in the other place didn't really have much. No, it's it's literally it's much closer to the beach. It's better because although it's a subdivision, it ticks every box really for us. It's a little bit smaller than where we are now, but it's got a lot more furniture and it's a lot nicer inside, so I won't have to worry about the echo. I can live stream. It's got one of those huge couches, you know, the L-shaped ones where you can sit about 12 people on them. And the beauty of it is, it's nice and quiet. It's a subdivision, but it's only 200 metres from the main road and it's all concreted. So there's no dirt track or anything. So it ticks. It's not a box it doesn't tick. IT Crazy Fish will always have a soft spot for this channel, old schooler. Well, thank you very much, mate. I'm glad to hear that. I always have a soft spot for my commenters. Jim, I hope the road is better at your new drum. Yeah, mate, it is completely concrete, flat, right, as good, perfect roads. I say it's a subdivision, new builds, gated community they call them, innit? Then. You can use a jacuzzi as a huge RE. What's an RE? Scott Dean, do you think the Philippines is a better place to live than Thailand? I don't think you watch my channel, Scott. I think you just come for the live streams. What's your channel, mate? I talk about that in depth. Yes, I do. For me, the Philippines wins. But for the vast majority of people, it probably doesn't. But I'm not too worried about him. Backstar sounds great, pal. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. We went, as I said many times in the channel, I'd only move if it was better. And the guy, I say, he's been brilliant as landlord. I got on with him straight away and very helpful and nothing's too much trouble and the kind of guy you want to have as a landlord. And it's good as well because I know him. So I know of him. So if he scams me, I know who he is. I know whose channel that is. And the beauty of it is he's been living there for the last couple of years. We've done a lot of work in terms of furniture and fittings and all that. And he owns it. Rob Sanson, congratulations on the new place. Cheers, brother. IT Crazy Fish. What was your first 2 months in Asia like? Which country? Which country? I mean, if we're talking about the first time ever was Pattaya, then Jomtien. Yeah, I loved it. That's otherwise I never really I didn't think I was going to ever live in Thailand. You know, I just went there by accident and fell in love with the place. So the first 2 months was great. Yeah, the first 2 months in the Philippines wasn't great. First 2 months in Cambodia was great, but Philippines was a slow burner. Took a long time for me to start liking the place. Jackstar, so how far from like bars or food, etc.? Take it further away from Duma? No, closer to Duma. No, closer. And the bar where I play bowls on Wednesdays, the Octagon Bar, that must be at least 300 metres away. And the Native, our favourite restaurant, that must be about 400 metres away. So I mean, it ticks every box. The road is good. It's about 10 minutes closer. I mean, I've not done the journey from the house yet, but I reckon I'm about 10 minutes away from Sideways now. We've gone closer, and very lucky because the way it is, the bars, the chances of being along the nautical highway and being bang smack, because the bars are spread out. There's only 2 bars close together, really, which is the Octagon where I play bowls and our favourite restaurant, the Native, and they're literally within a couple of few hundred metres of the house. I mean, it's perfect. Glenn, Red Bull cooler. That's good. We've got a bar as well, would you believe, in the kitchen, in the living room. You know, he's built a bar with like, we've got the stacks and the drinks and the thing where you can put them on there. I've never had a bar, never wanted a bar. I always thought it was a bit tacky, but now I've got one, I'm going to use it. I'll have my little bottles line up and I'll sit there when people come round. What can I get you? Scott Dean, Bang Sarai and Cha look nice. Yep. Jackstar, mate, what a find was out. Yeah, pleasantly happy. No, it's always a chance I'll be eating my words in a few weeks when we get in, because we said yes more or less within a few minutes. Usually I go away and think about it, but we were so happy we just took it. It's only afterwards we thought we haven't checked what to say. You know, we should really, anyway, it's going to be all right. Positive thinking. Big Birch, hello Spanky, where are you? I'm in, I don't know what the question means. I'm in the Philippines. Do you mean where am I in the big picture, the grand scale of things? The Philippines. On a smaller scale, Dumaguete. On an even smaller scale, Sideways Sports Bar on the Jose Romero Road. Scott Green, evening, Jackstar. Hope you're well. Big Perch. Pee-wee Herman wants his big voice back. See, it's an old joke, and it's not a funny joke. If you're going to try and wind me up, you got to try harder than that. Jackstar, so don't want to cause a split from the guys who love Duma, but if you wasn't with the lovely Ellen, would Duma still be your stomping ground? That's a big question. It could be, but in my life, whenever I've split up with someone, I end up moving on very quickly. It's like, as soon as I split up with my second wife, I was straight on the expat route. As soon as I split up with my girlfriend in Hedgerman, I was off to Buriram. As soon as I split up with my girlfriend in Buriram, I was straight off to the Philippines. You know, something goes, I mean, at this moment in time, I think, yeah, I probably would. But the reality is, experience tells me, I start thinking, now is the opportunity to try pastures new. I kind of got the feeling like I had with Thailand, that I go Colombia or Vietnam, and if I didn't like it, come back here because I know people here and I like it. But I thought the same thing about Thailand. But since I've been back to Thailand, I wouldn't want to go back there. So who knows what the future holds, Jack? Scott Gein, what are you drinking? That's very nice, you mate. San Miguel Light. San Miguel Light. All right. Big Birch, admit it, Sparky. Cebu is 10 times better than Duma. You'll have to wait for my comeback. If you want it any quicker, you'll have to scrape it off your mother's face. Glenn, at least the peeps following you in this place will have a new water pump, etc. Yes, this is true, and it's amazing how much better the water pump is now. It's yeah, it's a good water pump. It's nice and silent. Lenny Boyd used to live in Buriram, Bangkok. What did you think of it there? I never enjoyed Buriram. We didn't actually live in Buriram. We lived in a little village about 20 kilometres outside. And I never liked Buriram as much as I liked Petrovan. I could never really settle there. I am assuming you've left, haven't you? I mean, did you leave because you didn't like it, or did things just happen? It's crazy fish. Is Thailand over? No, Thailand's still great. It's just, you know, we are going to go there again on a holiday fairly soon. It's, you know, I still like the place. I just have no urge to move back there. You know, I am happier here than I was when I was living in Thailand. Mate, I must say I had to comment on the Muppet with his comment last week. Amazon. Yeah, I saw that, mate. Thanks for that. You get some people, don't you? You get some people. It's you know, clickbait. it just makes you laugh, doesn't it? I mean, how was that clickbait? It's like the clickbait police have been after me the last few weeks. And you think, what planet do you live on? I use speech marks in the bloody. Anyway, I appreciate supporting me on that, Jack. I saw you having a little way of him. Scott Gein, Lenny, what's Buriram like to visit? Oh, you wouldn't want to go there, mate. These places these are places to live. I mean, Buriram, it's got like an elephant festival once a year, which a lot of people come for. And they do a lot of motor racing there. They do, you know, the motorbikes, I mean, they got a racetrack. But other than that, not many people go there. I mean, you don't get tourists, really. The Archers, I can't believe I'm still awake. Where's the lovely Ellen? Where are you? What time of the road is it where you are, mate? Ellen, she's not here, mate. She doesn't. I don't drag her out on. She comes to me on a Thursday night, but she does the scores for me because it gets quite complicated because we've got quite a lot of teams. But tonight won't be so many people here because the music quizzes are more select bunch, and nearly all of them good friends of mine. So they don't worry if it takes me a bit longer to do the scores. You know what I mean? Some of the other teams on a Thursday take a bit more seriously, so you've got to get it right, and they've always got places to go. But this one's more relaxed, so I just do the scores myself. Sometimes she comes, but other nights, and I like to have a few drinks afterwards. She's got an early start, so if she comes, we'll go home early. If she's not here, I can go out afterwards with some friends. Scott Gein, thanks, Lenny. Found Chiang Rai boring. Yeah. Put it this way, I've heard good things about Chiang Rai. If Chiang Rai's not for you, then Buriram's not going to be for you. There's a hell of a lot more going on in Chiang Rai than there was in Buriram. Jack Star, hit the share and say, hit the like and share the love. Can't speak. That's the spirit, Jack. Thanks, mate. Glenn, were you okay with the viewer counts on your viewer numbers on the last few walk and talks? How can one not be okay? It is, it's, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? You know, I've learned, yeah. I mean, obviously I would like more. Obviously I'd like to have 20, 30,000, but it is what it is. I get more likes for the walk and talks than I do for, or interest in the walk and talks than I do for the vlogs and things, and they're a lot easier. But, and I enjoy the walk and talks, but yeah, of course I'd like to get more, but there's people that get a lot more than me. There's people who get a lot less. There's people who've had channels for a long time who, you know, so yeah, I can't complain. I'm very grateful for everything I get, mate. The Archers, West Coast Canada, 3:30 a.m. I'm at work, just about time for my nap. Yeah, well, bloody hell, yeah. I had a friend in the Air Force who used to say, like, you know, if you can do it in firm time, do it in firm time with a big firm. So, yeah, if you can nap while you're at work, have a nap, brother. Scott Gein, Lenny, have you been South Thailand? Well, I can't answer that. Only Lenny can. Further south I've been in Thailand is Pattaya. I did think of going down. I wanted to go down to Malaysia and through Penang, go over to Penang. But there's warnings against travelling down there. Terrorist threats and that. Which I'm sure that didn't really put me off. It's just like, you know, just you know, with your travel insurance and things. Because I had travel insurance at the time, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't cover you, you know, if you go to areas that you're warned against by the government. So I never went. Lenny Boyd, I lived in Thailand for 15 years. Yeah, I know South Thailand. There you go. Lenny knows it better than me. Yeah, I'm guessing you're back in the PH. How long were you in Thailand for? Only a week, mate. Well, 8 nights, so just over a week. And we've been back a couple of weeks. And I'm going to have to go to immigration soon and sort out a visa, because I arrived visa-free. And I'm going to be late. I know, I keep forgetting. I was going to go today, but I've still got another week or so to go. Jim Pendergast, can Phil Winter come in UK time to get cases ready? Yeah, get yourself packed up, brother. You've got a bar in your place, haven't you? So when you sent me that video, we had the big salmon kettle. Well, you've got a bar, haven't you? Scott Keane, Pattaya is a bit of a dump now. Well, it always was. I mean, to me, it's better than it was. I mean, they've sorted the beach out. They've you know, a lot of investment. They're trying to make it, you've got more mold. I mean, I think it's better than it was. I mean, it was all right. I preferred it when it was dumpier. Pattaya, my dreams were about 20, 30 years ago. I was never there then, but from what I've heard, I like it. I like it authentic, you know, like Thai. I'm not into like the touristy sides of it, but I mean, but anyway, there you go, each to their own. How many times have you been to Pattaya? What are your guys planning? When are you going in, Jim? When are you off? Getting your cases back? Have you booked your flights yet, or you're not sure? Lenny, you've been to Bang Sarai or Chatham? We're thinking of going. We're more or less decided we're going to go to Vietnam for Christmas and the New Year with a couple of friends of ours. We decided it last night. Or I decided, and Ellen's up for it. We haven't booked anything yet, but I think we're going to go for the New Year. Jack Star, did you see my comment about the guy who moved to Thailand to Albania? Says there's not much in it money-wise. Very surprised cost comparison, etc. However, lives seen a few more also. No, where did you comment that? No, I've not seen that. I'd have to check that out because it usually comes up on my thing. But if it's an older video, I don't go, no, I've not heard or seen that. That's interesting. There are some surprisingly cheap countries in Europe to live in. I mean, Bulgaria is still supposed to be incredibly cheap, like on a par with, you know, cheaper than a lot of places. Portugal's always surprisingly cheap. I know a few people that spend 6 months of the year in Thailand, 6 months of the year in Portugal. But Albania, never known anyone that's lived there. Let me know what video that is and I'll dig it out, mate. No, I've not seen that at all. Oh, Jim, that wasn't your place. Okay, it wasn't place, right. The Archers, your fellow PH vlogger Gio lives in Thailand now. Has he gone, has he? I thought he lived in... It's never my mate. Didn't mind him, but I never met Gio. I spoke to him once, like, through email a couple of times. We corresponded. I never met the guy. Never really watched his channel. I watched it a couple of times when he was in Cebu, but I mean, not speaking ill of the guy, it just wasn't really my content. I found it a bit mundane, as I'm sure my content wouldn't be for him. I'm not criticising him, but because he wasn't really my content, I don't know what. I mean, someone said a few weeks ago, why don't you move to Lapu, Bokalod? Because that's where Gio's living and it's better than Dumaguete. And I said, well, look, I don't think it is better than Dumaguete. I've never been there, but I know a lot of people who have, who've moved back to Dumaguete and didn't like it. But I thought he was there from that comment, but he's not now. He's in Thailand. Whereabouts in Thailand? The guy I'm taking the house over from, he's moving to Thailand. He's moving to Hua Hin. Lenny Boyd, yes, one of the better places in Thailand. Oh, it's Keka, the guy who calls me dense. Well, there you go. I'm so dense, Keka, I'm not going to read your message out. Lenny Boyd, if you want to go out, it's not far, but it's quite for relaxing. Glenn, I'm lost Crown 2 now. Jim lost Crown 2 now. Even with reading glasses on, I'm struggling to read this. Yeah, I can't see the crown tonight. I only see the crowns if I'm using my laptop. If I'm using my phone, it doesn't come up. Jim, probably after Christmas. Yeah, you're doing the right thing, mate, coming after Christmas. One of my biggest disappointments since I've been in the Philippines is Christmas and the New Year. Nothing happens here. We weren't going to go to Vietnam until Ellen said, look, let's go away once a year. Didn't want to keep going too often. And I thought, yeah, you're right. I'm being a bit extravagant here. But I thought about it. Christmas and New Year this year was god awful. And this year I'd end up having to go up and spend Christmas with her family. So I suddenly thought, let's go to Vietnam. And she's up for that. Just means we've got to go and meet the family like a couple of weeks before we go. But yeah, it's not good here, Christmas and New Year. Scott Keane, thank you, Lenny, for information. Glenn, Jack, how safe is Albania though? Jack, so I know Gio was on holiday. Oh, was he? Are you watching channel, yeah? Yeah, well, you'll know then, Jack. Is he living in Bacolod or is he living in Lapu-Lapu? I know he's living in one of them. Or is it Iloilo? I always get Iloilo mixed up with Lapu-Lapu. One of them is very close to Bacolod. Scott Gein, Lenny, where good place to visit in Thailand, girls? Any boys, yeah. Katia. Well, women, they've all got a bit older. But I don't know how old you are, Scott, but yeah. For me, to meet women in Thailand, just go to the smaller towns and that. I mean, you go somewhere like, well, Pittsnew's quite a big city, but when I was living there, that's what I used to like doing. I used to like going to small places where there weren't many expats, going to Thai bars, eating and drinking. Like, you meet a lot of women. We're not talking bar girls here, we're talking normal women. And you stand out, you're a bit of a celebrity. I used to like doing that. Get a lot more interest shown on you in Thailand than you do here. But obviously, if you want the bar girl scene, then Patty is about as good as it gets in Thailand. I always think Patty is. I mean, and I've never been to like, can't think what the road is in Phuket. What's the bloody road called there? But you got Cowboy and Nana in Bangkok. I've never been to Cowboy. I went to Nana once with a friend for a couple of days. Didn't like it. Patty is much better. Lenny boy, don't forget the 3-day rule. Archers, how much did 8 days in Thailand cost, including air for two? It cost us about £1,200. The flights were 195. No, 295 for both of us. Return with Philippine Airlines. So I think I worked out. I did it on a cost of living video. Everything, including the flights, spending money, hotel accommodation, all of it, came to less than £1,200. Came to quite a bit less, actually. I've still got a couple of £1,000 in my drawer. Anders Strickland, all the Albanians live now in London. Well, there you go. That's probably why it's got it cheaper. Scott Gein, 59 age. What? I'm going to forgive Keta, even though I'm probably going to live to regret this, and I'm going to read, I thought you are British. Well, you thought right. Yeah, Bangla Road. Mike Thornton, Bangla Road, that's it, yeah. Yeah, he's in Bacolod. Then he's on slow travels next year for the year. Albania seemed total crash place from what they're saying. Very safe indeed. Got me interested for sure. Yeah, I think I looked into Albania a few years ago. When you're like, you're doing the expat, when you get addicted to like certain websites and that, there was one selling property, and now you think about it, I think it was Albania. Yeah, because it was around Tirana, which is the capital. Yeah, yeah, it's cheap. You can get like some nice looking 2-bedroom apartments and that there for like 60,000-70,000 euros, like with a sea view and all that. But and the food looked good and things. Now I think, like, yeah, that was Albania. But interesting thing was, a lot of them were like builds. You could tell from the descriptions on that, where the people had run out of money and hadn't finished, and there were a lot of projects that needed to be done. So I don't know what it is there, but it looked a nice place. Apparently it gets very cold in winter. It was Albania. It was Albania. Because I was surprised how modern the houses and that looked there and how nice. But I mean, that was a beach resort. I can't remember it was, and it was the capital. Tirana was another, yeah. The Arches, that's a good price getaway. Yeah, it was a lot cheaper than I thought it would be. British can dish very good, but can take just as well. No need to be mad. I'm not mad. I just said, anyway, there you go. I can give it, and I can. Well, I sound like I'm a bender. I can give it. I can take it. But yes, I get where you're coming from, mate. All is forgiven. No one accused me of not being able to take a joke. I was being sarcastic. It was irony. Sound like Donald Trump, didn't I? I wasn't being sarcastic. Can you chaps hear the music? Because if you can, well, it doesn't matter. I think I should unmonetize this because they're copyright, but they just won't monetize it. That'll be fine. One second. How you doing, mate? How you doing? You all right? Marjorie, could I get a San Miguel light, please? Oh, something. Thank you. How you doing, Neil? All right? You're here early. As soon as I finish the live stream, I'll be over and I'll get it to you. Last finger, a mate of mine has retired to Bulgaria at 60. They built their own house, but they will winter in Spain or Portugal. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, Bulgaria is supposedly an incredibly cheap place. Thank you. Very cheap place to live. I used to go snowboarding in Bulgaria quite a lot in my Air Force days. And Romania. I used to go to Borovitz and Pamporovo. I got food poisoning there a couple of times. I had salmonella. What's that? Oh, yeah, it is. Thank you. Where was that? I'm useless. If I had a brain cell, I would forget it. They winter in Spain and Portugal. Yeah, because Bulgaria, you've got Sunny Beach, haven't you? I've never been there, but that's supposed to be quite wild. And that thing's incredibly cheap. But I think my Sunny Beach days are long gone. I think it's like, a place for the younger generation. But I don't know. Mate, the UK government are doing big change in January 26 with regards to crypto. So even if you swoop one crypto for another, I'll swap. You cash it out. They still want the tax, the transaction. I mean, what the fuck? Well, that's always been my worry with crypto, that they would do something at some stage. I remember watching a guy, an investor once. It wasn't Warren Buffett, but it was, I think it was Ray Dalio or something. He doesn't get involved in it because he was reminiscent or cognizant of what happened, when they scrapped gold in America. That if it ever got so big, crypto, that it challenged the banks and things, the governments could just get together and ban it, etc. I've mentioned that to a couple of people. Say, "Oh, that can't happen. It's impossible." Blah blah blah. But anyway, that's why I've never. And also the taxing element. And I don't know what I'm doing. Presumably it was tax-free before, was it? Jack, I'm guessing so. It was, because I don't know anything about it. It was tax-free before. I said it must have been. But they shouldn't be able to tax something that they won't allow you to sell, because they don't allow stockbrokers to push it or whatever. I mean, they're going to start taxing it, and they have to recognise it more, don't they? Can hear music but broken up. Well, that will probably be from the noise filter I've got on here. Jim Pendergast, you look at home at Sideways, looks good. Yeah, this is my home from home, really. I used to be the Kingswick that I went to all the time because I was doing the quizzing out there, but we don't really go to Kingswick anymore. I mean, there's a few bars I go to, but this is the one that I'm at most of the time. I mean, this week I'd have been here for the Monday quiz last night, which I played in. Don't usually go there, but I might start going on the Mondays. And we've got the music tonight, and I'll do the quiz on Thursday. Then we'll come in for breakfast on Saturday or Sunday. So if anyone wants to shoot me, anyone's got a contract out on me, I'm not too difficult to find. Jim, I'm too old to understand crypto. Yeah, same here, brother. Only pay tax if you sell it up to now. Really? And how do they know if you sell it? I mean, Do you have to tell someone you sold it? I mean, I don't understand how that works. I mean, I get there's a lot of things in theory you would have to if you told people, but how the hell would they know? I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't know. I don't understand it, mate. I mean, I know you're right. I'm just intrigued. How do they know? I mean, obviously, when you sell a house or whatever, you've got to use a lawyer and they notify people. But if you're not using brokers to sell, I mean, how do you sell crypto? Anyway, please enlighten me. That tax was there, but it was taxed as dividends, only on realised gains. Now it'll be taxed on unrealised gains. Well, there you go. So you've got to declare it in. So when you do your tax returns at the end of the year, you have to declare it, yeah? I'm a bit like you, Jim. It's amazing how many people. I know lots of people here who are into crypto. Jack's into crypto. Paul over in City, he was into crypto big time. He basically sold his old pension and put it into Bitcoin and another one. And like, you know, I just don't understand it. You know, it's I take my hat off to people to do it because he's made a lot of money, Paul. Just the way I look at it, I'm quite comfortable. You know, I'm too scared to risk what I got. You know, to make a load more because I don't really need a load more. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Every transaction in your bank over 10k is flagged. They will know unless you make some scheme. But if they find out, it's big trouble. Yeah, but surely it depends what country you're in, doesn't it? I mean, you sell it and it goes into your account in Thailand. Anyway, I get what you're saying, so it's 10k, I'll go wrong. Mate, all the exchanges you trade on crypto tell HMRC. Okay, there you go. So it's not like, you know, ISIS. I mean, I don't have to mention it, do I? Only the pension contributions. Scott Gee music breaking up. That must be because of, I've got the noise, can't think what the term for it is, but that seems to crack things up. Jim, I struggled with pounds. I'm happiest with LSD. Are you talking about the LSD I'm talking about? Jack's like, I'm going down the mining side of it rather than trader. Yeah, so if you find it, you don't have to notify anyone until you sell it, presumably. Jim agreed, PF. I better watch how much I'm drinking now because I'm going to. I'll get subdued with the quiz. Well, at least a couple have turned up so far. Don't start for another hour, but I'll have to lock the live stream on just after 7 o'clock because I have to get ready, set up my music system and that. Well, you're certainly going into it, you know, in a big way, Jack. You're getting your hydrogen thing and all that made up. That's very technical stuff. I'm impressed, mate. I'm not sure what PF means, Jim. Jackstar, the tax all depends on your domicile, which mine will be Cyprus, which is a whole new conversation. Well, there you go. That's what I mean. It's like anything, isn't it? You know, it's like if I had crypto and I sold it and it went into my Thai account, but I'm not in Thailand, I'm in the Philippines. You know what I mean? It's you know, I don't have to declare it to HMRC. Do you know what I mean? It's when you might get, but I'm not suggesting I would do that because I've got no idea what Thai's attitude is on. But you don't have to pay tax in Thailand, do you? There's been more than 6 months a year. I don't know. Anyway. Jim, you are a very busy man, Simon. Not really. Good Lord, not really, mate. I'm sure you're busier than me. Apart from my nights at the quiz and that, I mean, I just spend the rest of my time sat. A mate of mine phoned me up today and said, "Why are you always horizontal when I call you?" So do I spend half my time in bed? I stay in the bedroom because it's cool in here with the aircon. I just lie in the bed doing the quiz. I'm more comfortable lying down working on my laptop when I am in a thing. So, mate, I spend like, you know, 80% of my time in bed. I only come out to socialise a few nights a week. That's about it. I wouldn't consider myself being busy. PF plastered finger. Gotcha. There you go. Simon, do you enjoy Philippines food? No. I have grown to quite like the shawarmas here. But when I first got here, I was not impressed with them at all. But certain things have grown on me. I quite like the shawarma kebabs from a couple of places that are local. But no, Philippines food is not as good as Thai food. There's a few dishes. I mean, Ellen cooks some nice stuff in the house. But no, when I go out, I tend to eat. I mean, one of the things we're lucky in Dumaguete is you've got a lot of Western restaurants. A lot of restaurants that do Western food because the Filipinos are far more in the burgers and hot dogs and things like that than the Thais are. So even the Filipino restaurants do Western food, which obviously, you know, in Thailand, not many do. So I tend to eat Western food here when I go out. And like 50-50 in the house. Glenn, PF, Plastered Finger. I mean, there are some nice restaurants here where you can get some decent, but you've got to go to one of the more expensive restaurants here for good Filipino food. They're not expensive by English standards. I'm just saying, like, you know, if you go to one of the eateries or here and you have, I don't know, Big Old Express or something, you think, nah, it's not very good. But you go to somewhere like Lantau, which is 2 or 3 times the price, still cheap by our standards, on the boulevard, you'll get a much nicer dish. You get what you pay for. So you can get some decent Filipino food here, but I'd still rather a pizza or a burger or something to go out. I'm a man of cheap tastes. Whereas in Thailand, I very rarely eat Western food. I prefer Thai food. You know, I'd much rather eat Thai food than.
Good evening, sir.
How you doing, brother?
All right.
Good to see you. I'll just finish my live stream and I'll come. I've got a funny feeling you're going to win tonight. The archers have to sleep. Keep the videos coming. Yeah, I will do, brother. Good night, mate. You have a good night's sleep, and I will catch you on the other side. Well, people are coming, which is good. It's last time there was usually get when I do the Thursdays, it gets packed out. We get like a good show here. But the trouble with the music quiz is other nights clash with it. So like at a darts competition which opened up on one of the nights and they were splashing the cash and they were doing things and that. So they opened one of the local bars, did one the same night as us, and they were giving huge prizes and things. And only 5 people came to the quiz. We were like one team. So we still did it, but they split onto different tables. So like they were playing a team of 1. And a couple of them really liked it, so they preferred it that way. But I was a bit anxious tonight. I thought, I can't even, I said to you, and if there's another like that, I'm knocking a quiz on the head, I'm not doing it again. I can't be bothered spending like a couple of days working on a question, no one comes. But bearing in mind, we've got an hour before it starts, and there's already 4 teams here, that's good. Glenn, good night, archers. I've got a feeling tonight's going to be a messy night. Ray in the Philippines. Hey, Simon. Just ended live stream, so checking in with you. Yeah, hello, mate. Well, I see you've got I have subscribed to your channel, but I got no notification of live stream. I couldn't have come on it, obviously, because I was doing my one. But yeah, didn't know you did live streams. I'll have to try and check one of them out. Keto, very nice community you got there. Yeah, it is, mate. It is. I've said many times on the channel, what I like about Dumaguete is the expat community. That is the main thing for me. Really good bunch of people. I'm happy here. And I am one of those guys that spent 5-6 years in Thailand avoiding expats. So I didn't want the aggro and all that stuff. And where I lived, there were no expats. But since I come here, I've realised, you know, for me, that's what the best thing about the Philippines is the expats. Scott Gein, do you get Chang beer in Philippines? No. Well, you could do. I'm sure there's some bars that sell it here. But the 3 drinks that people tend to drink here, I mean, like, you can get Heineken and some imported beers here. There's an Irish bar, Fibber McGee's just across the way. You can get lots of different beers here, but nearly everyone here either drinks San Miguel Light, San Miguel Pale Pilsen, or Red Horse. They're the 3 local beers. And the majority of expats, I think, drink San Miguel Light. Tim Murray, my pub quiz team consists of 4 players. We all call ourselves 4Play. Very good name, mate. Rob Sampson, work time later, brother. Yeah, I'm going to start doing weekend ones, mate. So I'll catch you. I'll catch you on one of those. Could not find Ray's channel. Oh, I found it. All right, I subscribed. Just type in Ray in the Philippines. His name's Ray Moore. It come up. Jackstar, good turnout. Happy days. Have a few scoops, brother. Yeah, going to. Yeah. And there's about at least 4 or 5 of the people who come out, the ones that turn up, and they said they're coming. So I think it'll be a good night tonight. Expat crap. What I find disturbing is reports of American men going to Thailand and not being able to get a long-term girlfriend. I'm guessing you're American by the fact you find that disturbing, because I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to find a long-time girlfriend over there. That's what you're looking for. I mean, you might struggle if you go to Patty or somewhere like that. I mean, a reliable one. Although I've got no problem with bar girls. I might do a video on it one day, because a lot of people say, oh, bar girls make terrible marriage material on that. When I lived up in my village in Peterborough, my best friends were ex-bar girls, because they were the ones who could speak English, and they're the ones who helped me learn Thai. And they'd like gone down, they'd worked in Patty or whatever for 2-3 years. They'd earned enough money to build a house. They looked after their family, and now they were back in the village, and they were wonderful people. And you know, this idea that they're not good people, they do it for their families. So I've got nothing against bar girls. So my best female friends in Thailand were bar girls, ex-bar girls. A couple of good friends who are still bar girls, and some of the guys I know there got the happiest marriages are married to bar girls. I see nothing wrong with it. You just got to be careful. You just got to get her out of the business. I mean, if she's still working in a bar and you're sending her out, and you're a bloody idiot. I mean, because she's still in business mode. But I don't make judgments on people who do that for a living. Anyway, I've transgressed. Keka, what's disturbing there? Expat, I think Thailand has done its course. Maybe lucky few keep the old memories, maybe. Well, for me, it's done its course. But I don't think necessarily that it's because it's changed or gone downhill. It's just I think I've done my time there. But I don't know, mate. You know, each to their own. But put it this way, when I moved up to Peterborough, I had a friend who came with me when I moved to Thailand. He used to work for me, and I made him redundant. And he still wanted to come over anyway. Sadly, he ended up in the Philippines. All went wrong. Anyway, it's just another sad story. But he moved me to Pattaya. I had had enough of Pattaya. I moved up to Peterborough, girlfriend up there, and I left him in Pattaya. And like I said, and I felt bad about that. So I said to him, look, I tell you what, mate, I don't feel like, but I can't stay here. I had enough. 6 months here has done my head in. You're more than welcome to come up to me. There's a hotel you can stay in for a month at a time. We'll find you somewhere to live. You're more than welcome to come, but it's not for me. And he came. And the reason I'm saying this is as soon as he came, God, we were inundated with people coming from villages to meet him, and did he want to go out with this and that, you know what I mean? That's not so long ago. And whenever I went out without, whenever I went out Angela in the town, women were all over me in the checkouts, they're smiling and all that. So it was very easy in Peterborough, not so long ago, to find a girlfriend. Has that changed? Who knows? Jim, don't put spaces between the words. Glenn. Expat. I'm Australian. I'm a Philippines expat. Where are you in the Philippines, mate? Why are you disturbed about Americans? Jim, don't understand, Glenn. I'm not sure I don't understand either. Jackstar, I was up near a farm and my mate left me with about 6 Thais, mixed male and female. None of them spoke English, but we all got by and had a great laugh. 3 girls came back to mine. That's what I'm talking about. It's, you know, I find it very hard. I mean, who are these Americans? I'm going to do a video in the next couple of days when I get round to it called The Philippines Through Age-Tinted Spectacles. Because a lot of, and I'm not criticising anyone here, but I used to follow a lot of the older vloggers, and they said a lot of things about saving face in the Philippines and the way you got to behave and all the rest of it, and it has not been my experience at all. I think it's nonsense, but I'm not saying they're talking nonsense. I think depending on your age is how you interpret a country and what you're looking for. Younger people than me have a different interpretation of the Philippines than I do, and vice versa. So maybe those Americans who can't find a long-time girlfriend are of a certain age, looking at it from a different angle, you know what I mean? That sounds like a fun time, Jack. Jackstar, don't let Thailand put you off for them not speaking English. Travel, enjoy, come with your comfort zone. It's well with it. within it. Yeah, no, I learned one of the biggest disappointments of coming to the Philippines was the language. I love learning languages. I like being immersed in a different culture. The reason it took me so long to like the Philippines was there was nothing to learn here. I mean, I'm a Catholic. I'm an atheist now, but I went to Catholic school. I went to now the music stopped. I went to Catholic school. I both preparatory and secondary. So nothing is a mystery to me here in terms of the saints and all the rest of it and all that. You know, it's a Catholic country. The sports, you know, there was nothing for me to learn here apart from the language, which I haven't bothered to do because it's not as easy. And they speak English here. But no, the things that a lot of people think of as a challenge in Thailand are the things that made me love the place. If I went to Colombia, I'm looking forward. I'm not planning to go now, but I was looking forward to learning Spanish. You know what I mean? It's like learning to potentially salsa and stuff like that. Jim, thanks, Glenn. Expat crap. I'm in Cebu. Ah, Cebu. Are you enjoying it? How long have you been there, mate? Glenn, my pleasure, Jim. Jim, Crown's coming back, Glenn. There you go. I don't see the Crowns tonight because I'm on my phone. I only see him when I'm on my laptop. Who's still here? I think he's over there. I'm going to knock it on the head soon, chaps, because there's a couple of people I need to talk to have come in. I'll get 5 more minutes, and then I'll... Scott in Colombia have pretty girls, yummy. I don't think you can eat them. Well, not in that sense, but they're beautiful women. I do love. When it comes to women, I'll sound like a bit of a lecture, but I love dark skin. In the Latino thing, you know, like the brown eyes and that. Sounds strange. Asian women, we get some beautiful Asian women, but not really my cup of tea. You know, it's like, you know, which way, not a cup of tea. I've been living here for a while and I've had some beautiful girlfriends. But, you know, my favourite, you know, I was make a list of my favourite, well, you know, it's, they tend to be Latino or Rihanna or things like, you know, so yeah, the Latino women are amazing. But I used to really fancy that, who was that Russian tennis player who anyway, I digress now. I better stop this, Ella might be watching. Jim, indeed. Expat, I did even do Spaghetti, but it's too small for me, so Boom meets more of my needs. Well, there you go, you see. I'm the opposite. Cebu's too big for me. I didn't meet any of my needs, because I'm not a shopping mall man. But I totally get why some people would. You know, Spaghetti is small. That's what I like about it. I like the fact it's small. I like the fact that this all sounds very... Well, I just like, I'll be honest with you, there are very, very few bars or places I don't go into. I don't know people, and I can sit down and have a chat. And I like that. I like to get... I'm a social person, so I do the live streams now. I like talking. And I like the simplicity of knowing I just go on my scoot and go there. Not in the miles and things like that. So when I went to Cebu, I get how some people will like it, because it's got lots of miles and things, but too big, too spread out, you know, it's just... I like the small town place. I like the small place that's not touristy. That's the thing, a night, mate. Have a good time. Good night, brother. Thanks for joining. Jackstar, yeah, 100% agree. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I may look stupid. Do you agree with me about Thailand? Is that what you're talking about in terms of doing the things, or are we talking about something else? Glenn, thanks. Enjoy the quiz. Thank you, mate. I will. And no, not Chaparro. No, the one who was going out with or married to, I think, who Johan Glaze's son. What was her name? I thought she was much like Kornikova. Anna Kornikova. Yeah, gorgeous. Sharapova never did it for me, but I know she does for a lot of people. Scott King, Sharapova. You know, I'm talking about Anna Kornikova. Was that her name? Gold digger, I'm not Duma anywhere else you fancy to live. If not Duma, anywhere else you fancy to live in Simon. Live in Simon? No, absolutely not. And I'll tell you why. I have not travelled extensively, but the little time I've been in Manila, I know that's not for me. And Cebu, I know is not for me. I tried Siquijor, and that's not for me. So City Hall has told me that a small island is not for me. Great for a couple of months, but you know, when the shark anyway, I'm gonna get island fever. If I go to one of the big cities, I'm not gonna lie it. It's too spread out, and the reality is, I did think about Bocalod, but I've got a lot of friends here who've been here a long time, and they've all tried different places, and they've all come back to Douma. And these are places who's like, when I said I was going to Cebu, they're like, why? I said, well, just for Christmas, because not much going on. I said, yeah, I'll go, you'll enjoy it, but it ain't great, you know. So when someone said a few months ago that Bocalod was great, and why not move there? It's better than Dumaguete. I'm thinking, well, I know 3 people who moved to Bocalod and came back, all at Bocalod and came in, and much prefer Dumaguete. So who's to say it's better, you know what I mean? Ellen will be dressed as a Russian tennis player when you get home with a strong backhand. I have suggested she dyes her hair blonde a couple of times, but she won't go for it. But I like the idea of a strong backhand. I ain't that way inclined, you know what I mean? Expat, I admit that some of the darker Filipinas have a very good petite girl figures, and some larger eyes can be very attractive at times. However, having said that, I usually pick the tan colours. Yeah, I tend to. I've always been into. If you look at the women I fight in my type, they're always mixed race. I do think there's something attractive about a mixed race person. Let's eat Filipino. Any bars in Douma where you're able to watch rugby? Yes, we're in one now. This is a sports bar. Ewan has all the rugby on here. And there's another place called Octagon, which is not so far away in Bekong, about 10 minutes from here. I go there to do the bowls on a Wednesday, but it's a 24-hour bar. And they've got the screens. They've always got a barman on that, so you can go in at any time, 24 hours, ask for a game and they'll put it on. And there's a few other places. I mean, there's a sports bar over there, not a sports bar, an Irish bar called Fib and McGee's. I think they'll put sports on for you if you ask. In terms of dedicated sports bars, like just our sports bars like this, you've got this and you've got Octagon. But there's a few other places if it's on, they'll put it on for you. But they'd be the 2 to watch rugby. Jack Star Glen, brilliant, love it. B30, love. Simon wants to live in Nigeria, ha ha ha. There you go. No, not that dark. Ray in the Philippines, sorry I had a phone call. There is no need to apologise. Ben, thanks, Jack. The darker ones can be very petite and firm. There we go. No comment. I don't know who's watching. Scott Gein, go mighty Bulldogs, woof woof. Rugby League's rules. Gold Digger, Chad's giving Sikiho a go. Be interesting to see how long he lasts. I did like the sound of Cebu, but you made me think about that. Well, don't listen to me. Are we talking about that Chad, the American guy? Not a fan of it. He's over there, is he? There you go. He will not like it over there. He will not like it. If we're talking about the Chad, I can't think what his surname is. He's not going to let. He will not last long there. So, you've got women that are very conservative, and you've got to have game. And from what I know about him, he will not do well over there. I tell you, that'd be quite. I might start watching his channel now. He's gone there. However, I fell for a Swedish girl. Well, there's something else, as you know, brother. Well, I married a Swedish girl. 10 years we were together. Do you speak any Swedish, Jack? Gold Digger, plan to come over in 2 years after PI or Thailand. Lived in Bangkok with work. Tesco Lotus. They're no more, are they? Tesco Lotus. Didn't Tesco sell out? It's just Lotus now, is it? I don't think I saw any over there. Travelled over Thailand with work. Lucky you. Ray in the Philippines. Had a beer with a UK bloke today. He was in Tagaytay, the Australian youth karate competition. Nice guy for being British. They do like their karate over there. You see them they do a lot of karate in I don't know what you call it now, the town squares, and they're always like doing their katas and going up and down and all that. Jack Star, what happened to the Hammers, buddy? We're going to go down, mate. We're going to go down this season, I'm sure of it. Same problems as well, we might not, but we're going to be in a hell of a battle. It's depressing what's going to go on there. I mean, we only won 3 games, I think it was, under Potter when he took over. The midfield is too slow. Keeps persisting with the wrong formation. I know Sullivan's not getting the right players in, but it looks like we're skint now because they've wasted the money. It's just, all the omens are there. This looks like an Avon Grant season. We're going to really struggle. No taking away from Sunderland. They were by far the better team the second half. We had a better first half. But they just changed it. And as soon as they change and put some pace through the middle, we can't cope. It's and he's spending his money on goalkeeper. It looked lousy, I think it'll come good, but everyone can see midfield's our problem. But he hasn't touched it yet. Goal digger, yeah, Chad Foster. Yeah, no, not a fan of his. I'm sure he's not a fan of mine. Yeah, he's going to come unstuck because I watched a few of his videos. And he's just after women, isn't he? Yeah, he ain't going to get anywhere over there. I tell you, he will not get anywhere over there. You've got to have game over there. I mean, there are you've got to really, and very conservative place. They will, yeah, he won't, he will not. I'd be amazed if he does, but won't be the first time I've been wrong, won't be the last. Scott Gein, do you go to casino in the Philippines? No, but you'd be interested to know, I did a quiz question a few months ago, there are more casinos in the Philippines than any other country in Southeast Asia. Obviously, Macau is not classed as Southeast Asia. But I've not been to any, no, I'm not a casino kind of guy. Ray, I think convinced him why trunk as opposed to boot should be proper English. Don't make me, don't. An American corrected an Englishman. Where will I start? Gold digger. Yes, sold out for 7 billion, and also the Korean business Tesco Homeland Plus, and the same amount. Well, there you go. I don't rate him, buddy, at all. The manager isn't all that at all. I think we had Chad Foster then. Yeah, it wouldn't have been. All the trouble is, I don't think he's all that, but he's not getting supported by the board. Sullivan's buying players again, and they're all like, you know, Sullivan special. So I mean, when we what you know, it's Callum Wilson. What's that got to do with our midfield? Why now? You know, and they're selling Alvarez now. They're saying. I mean, he's our best midfielder. I mean, they've sold Kudos, and they're not bringing anyone else. It's just nuts. Rayna, boot all the way. LOL. Yeah, I agree entirely. Keka, yeah, but they are full of Chinese. Filipinos are rare to see in casinos here. I have been multiple complete scam, all Chinese operated. Not like Western casinos. Yeah, I'm not surprised, but I went to a couple of casinos on the Cambodian border. Just while I was waiting, you know, for pickups and to do stuff and that, and yeah, they're lousy. You know, it's never been a casino guy. But what I like about casinos when I lived in Vegas was like getting comp for things and like the clubs and all the rest of it. Yeah, not for me. Never even bothered going to the ones in Cebu or the big one. Anyway, I'm gonna knock it in now, guys, because I've got to do some bits and bobs. Thanks for joining, people. Much appreciated. Always good to have a chat with you fellas. Thank you very much, Jack Star, for the super chat. Very much appreciated. But I am going to sign off now. And whenever I sign off, I suddenly get a load of comments and I feel bad because I'm pressing the thingy button. Hope you make some progress on your oldest as well, Jack. Thanks for joining, Kega. Nice to know you're not what I thought you were. First impressions aren't always right. Scott King, good night. I'm going to make the mistake I do. I'm going to mention people's names and I'm going to forget people. Gold Digger, thanks, Gold Digger. If you were travelling on a ship that compartment in possessions was I'm signing off and you hit me with that. I could give you a long answer to that. Glenn, Jim, Jack Star, Gold Digger, Ray, Scott. I think it's my expat crap. Goodbye all. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, stay safe, be lucky. And don't forget to hit the like button. I've only got 14 likes. If I don't get more than 30 likes, I sulk for a week. Yeah, whatever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe. Be lucky.